Kobe Sportswear, Canadian owned and manufacturer of high quality sports apparel and sold locally by Nova Trophy. Now located in Bears Lake and celebrating 40 years of service. Stop by today to get your team dressed in Kobe's best.
John Moore with Jack Cameron here at the Civic. Jack, back home, and what a season it was for you, Jack, as a co-captain of Lawrence Academy to win that New England championship. Tremendously successful season. Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It was a good note to end on for sure.
Yeah, 3 years at Lawrence Academy, and you were the co-captain in your final year. Tell me about the experience.
I would definitely recommend it to anybody who's thinking about going the NCAA route. It was awesome. I kind of described it as being on a road trip with your best friends every night, and it's nice to be in an area where everybody's got the same kind of goal in mind, whether it be academically or athletically. And even across LA, like, all our sports teams are very successful. So it's not just the hockey team competing against other hockey teams; it's competing against the basketball team, the football team, the baseball team in-house. So it's really nice to be a part of, and it's a culture that I really appreciated.
Back home, preparing for another season. Tell me about what next season will bring. I understand you're heading out to the BC Junior Hockey.
Yeah, I'll head out to the BCHL for a year before going to Dartmouth. It was something I knew would kind of have to happen all along when I was choosing the school and the recruiting process, but I'm excited for what it brings. I'm pretty familiar with the area. I've got some family out there, so it's going to be nice, and the coach knows the coach that recruited me to Dartmouth, so I'm excited for what it has in store.
And it's fun to work with a guy who you see keeps stepping up every year, develop a little further, get a little stronger. I know he co-captained his team this year, led them to a championship, and it's nice to be a little part of that success.
What has allowed him to continue to develop to get this opportunity?
Attitude. It always comes down to attitude. Jack wants to compete. He started off certainly with his body frame. He was a tall, skinny player early on. Those guys have a lot of trouble with the strength. It's frustrating for them. They stick with it, they can see the payoff. And his attitude was he wanted to get better. And every time he showed up to train with me, he worked on it, put himself through the pain, and thankfully there's a payoff for him here now. And I know he's got a lot more potential. Still young, still growing, still filling out that body, and he's a great story.
This past season, your season came to a screeching halt, I guess, in a sense. January the 2nd, your mom and your sister involved in a very, very serious accident. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about how the news broke and how that affected you in the midst of your hockey season.
Yeah, they were driving back from dropping me off after Christmas break when it happened, just outside the airport. They were just 30 minutes from home, and a car crossed across the median and hit them head on. It was obviously, it's no secret, it's been a very tough time for my family this winter, but I found out after one of my practices, one of my aunts called me, and I was on a plane the next day, so it was nice to be home with them for 8 or 9 days in the beginning stages. That being said, again, the outpour of love and support was nothing short of incredible, and I think it's a real testament to how many lives Mom and Hannah have touched over their course of time on the earth. So the support was incredible. There were definitely some dark days. People closest to me know that it was hard for me to be in a different country when everybody's in the hospital, but they were walking at my graduation 5 months later, so that's what matters.
Yeah, many of your friends, as you say, reaching out, and I think one of your best friends, Shane Bowers, tell me about the GoFundMe campaign and how successful that was.
Yeah, that was incredibly successful. It's mind-blowing to see how much was raised, and my family is very appreciative for everything people have done. My trainer at school, Frank Mastrangelo, was the one who set it up, and then Shane did a great job in kind of spreading it around to everybody that goes out. I had hundreds of friends kind of spread that link, and it was, like I said, it was heartwarming and nothing short of incredible. But again, it's a real testament to Mom and Hannah and all the people they've touched in their lives.
And how's Mom and Hannah doing at this stage?
They're doing well. Mom and Hannah, they're both a little bit creaky and maybe a little stiff, but like I said, it's 5 months out of a pretty traumatic accident, and the fact that they're both on 2 feet is quite impressive. Hannah's up in Ontario doing medic Army Reserves training right now. She's been there for 6 or 7 weeks, so she's obviously doing fine. My mom's out on her bike at the Dalplex swimming every day, and they were both upright for graduation. That was the best gift I could have gotten.